I thought it would be funny to title this presentation Digital Dash. Messing around with my peer group. If y'all don't know what Digital Dash means, Drake and Future did an album back in 2015 and the intro is called Digital Dash, hence the introduction of this presentation here. My name is Patrick Battle. I am a user experience and beta coordinator for Amazon Music. That is why I'm before you all. It is my third year at Amazon this year. I graduated from the illustrious North Carolina Agricultural and Technical State University. Absolutely. Studying journalism and mass communication. That is my fellow classmate right there. We did some great work together. I also was the editor-in-chief of my newspaper when my senior year. So that is where I get my experience from. Digital marketing and just exploring social media and using it to my leverage as a whole. All right, so discussion board, what we're going to be talking about today. Making use of social media. Where do I start? That's going to be like a very key component. Why being an online extrovert is so important. Networking. Find your village. Set yourself up for success and staying relevant with your approach. So, making use of social media. A lot of us don't like the negative aspects that come with social media, so we try to negate it altogether by being in our shell, staying away, being unique in our way of being different, and being like, yeah, I don't really rock with y'all, I'm just focused. But immersing yourself into the world of social media is actually beneficial. Why? Here are some facts. Social media gives us access to whatever we need or whatever we want. Use it to your advantage. 59% of the total global population uses social media. That is crazy. In Rocky Mount, we have roughly a little bit over 53,000 people. So doing the math, that means between 31 to 32,000 people use social media in Rocky Mount alone. How many of y'all can use 32,000 people to support you? Granted, even if you did 10%, how many of you could use 3,000 people to support you? You know what I'm saying? So when you think about it from that space, it's like, okay, yeah, all right, there's a reason for me to use social media and leverage it. The North Carolina population is over 10 million. Over 5.5 million people use social media if we do the follower statistic of 59% of all people use social media. I don't know about Western North Carolina, so Asheboro now. But the average adult uses their phone around 95 minutes per day. So our first activity, everybody grab their phones. We're gonna be using our phones a lot today. If you have an iPhone, I don't have an Android, no shades of the Android users. But this is a feature on the phone, I Googled it. It is a feature on your phone. Screen time. Go to your settings and search screen time. Being that we use 4 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours, and we're on Facebook or YouTube or Instagram that much time daily, you can allot some of that time for your business. You can pre-plan based on how much time you normally spend already. How much you want to spend on focusing on what you're doing, your craft, you know what I'm saying? How much you want to allot to study how it is that we use those platforms, you know? So where do I start? That's the question that everybody asks, right? And a lot of people feel like, you know, that we can't start because we don't have all our ducks in a row. That's not true. You literally can start anywhere you want. What is your favorite social media platform? So right now, what is your favorite social media platform? Why do you like it? And you don't have to put no description, but just start that thought. Do you follow content that you would create? How can you implement that content into your own? And I want to stop at, do you follow content that you would create? I followed the Shade Room about 3 years ago and it changed my life tremendously, right? I'm telling you, if you follow these blog accounts, it's no good. They really aren't benefiting you at all unless you're a journalist. I'm a journalist and I don't follow them. So think about that. Are you willing to pay somebody else to do what you're seeking to be done? Are you willing to commit daily or weekly to social media? We just talked about your social media uses. If you're using social media more than 3 hours a day and you can't find the time to at least try to implement it for your own, your own concern, that's something that, you know what I'm saying, it's an internal thing, but definitely think about that. I just want to spark the thought. And do you have a marketing budget? If you have a marketing budget, I promise you can apply it to dollars to get into the algorithm. And I'll try to explain that a little bit, but that's far. I don't want to go too crazy with that, but yeah. Don't overthink. I think our generation does the moving in silence, don't tell nobody your moves thing. That's the best way to procrastinate for real. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are like, no, I'm gonna wait till that's just waiting to be perfect. I think social media works way better when we're transparent and realistic with our growth. Like literally, you can go to my Instagram personally. I got Instagram posts from definitely 2018, 2019. You can see the development over time. that story. Think about somebody who would really be like a supporter of yours, and they could just want to go back and scroll and like, yo, like, man, they went from doing this to doing this. They went from working here to working there. Or they went from, you know what I'm saying, just being confused about what it is they wanted to do, to now they found their niche. Do you have a logo? If not, it is okay. Just think about these things. Do you have a headshot? I honestly feel like at the bare minimum, we all should have some type of picture. It doesn't have to be professional shirt and tie, but it needs to be something of professional quality from the neck up so people can see who you are, really. And you want to show your beautiful face. You want to match the name with the brand. A lot of people don't match their name with the brands. They like to post their like community stuff and stay away from it. You know what I'm saying? My brother PJ, every day, he's giving tips in front of his bookcase, telling people like, hey, we're reading this week, I need y'all to come out. You know what I'm saying? So people match that face with Tar River community. Schedule a photo shoot. I promise you photo shoots are not hard. I just scheduled a photo shoot for my mom. It's gonna be $85 total. That sounds expensive, but how much are we spending to get in the club? How much are we spending to go on vacation to do this? Like, we could sacrifice a day of vacation to invest in yourself. Shoot a reel. Reels are, everybody knows what reels are, right? Does anybody not know what reels are? Okay, I'll make sure. Whatever. But shoot a reel, and you might not know how to shoot a reel, but that's why it's important that you follow people that's in your field and see what reels they're doing. And I'm gonna touch more on that, I promise. Record yourself in your element. Go live. Replace your Finsta with the hobby or product. Who has a Finsta in here? But basically, if you do have that page, or you have a social media account that you don't even use that much. Like, a lot of people slept, I just deleted my Snapchat last night, but I was using Snapchat strictly for promotion, literally. At least up to yesterday, I literally posted a flyer, was like, hey, go check it out, posted a couple of my favorite posts, and then I deleted the app. I might get it back. I didn't delete my account, but you know. Just those accounts that you don't show attention to, maybe just literally show them attention for what it is that you're doing, and then just leave it at that. It's gonna bring, it might not bring in the engagement that you might wish for, but it's gonna bring something to the table, you know. So speaking on starting and developing, in 2018, I was working a different job. I was a media manager for a political organization, and we partnered with a clothing store that was across the street from A&T, if you know. I don't know if y'all know Greensboro that much, but it was literally just a black-owned hip-hop store, and I went in there, and bro made this logo on his iPad in like not even 10 minutes. Like, I told him I wanted black and legit. I wanted black to be like more in the boxy letters to emphasize on our blackness, and I wanted legit to be a little bit more polished, and that's what he came up with. That was 2018. In 2021, I had this black and legit logo made, and you still can see it's the same concept, but it's just a little bit more cleaner. And then I just got Pastor Ox, my logo for Pastor Ox, created this year. Now the prices are very different from what you can see, but as you can see in the end product, end result, this is what you want. But it don't matter which logo you have, as long as you take that step and, you know, make an effort to get jumping. People was respecting me with this logo the same way they respect me with this one, but they respect me more because I stayed consistent over time, and I kept trying to improve upon myself. So don't think you gotta be all glamorous and perfect. And it still isn't probably the finished product. It's probably still more to develop where, you know, yeah, all that good stuff. But I just wanted to show you personally how starting and developing is it's key, it's essential, but you're gonna evolve with time naturally. So don't feel like you gotta be where you need to be in order to start showing people that you're doing this particular thing. Why being an online extrovert is so important. Now, when I say online extrovert, I don't mean Kanye West, hence, you know, why the meme is here. But networking is key. We were speaking about networking in person, and networking in real life actually does reflect on social media. And I've seen that a lot of people will be in their shell and be way more open to, you know, building a community online than they are in real life. They might give the vibe that, you know, oh, I'm all open, I'm, you know, looking for advice, or I'm ready to give advice or something. And then when you try to label them in real life, and it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's just that weird energy. But the importance of a community is to share, expand, and build on new information. You don't know what you can find out. I guarantee you at least 3 of y'all have learned something that you didn't know before you walked in here. Am I lying? All right. So think about it that way. Find people in the same field as you. A lot of people don't like to compete locally, right? So if I'm a hairstylist on Tarboro Street, I don't want to know what you're doing on Sunset Avenue because I need them to come get perms from me. That's fine. Communicate. Social media is global. Communicate with a hairstylist in Dallas or Atlanta. Figure out how they earn impact in their community. What events are they doing to build their clientele? You know what I'm saying? Think about it from that perspective. Follow up, stay consistent with that communication, even if it's a once a month, hey, just checking in to see how you're doing, just to see, like, how's everything going, how's the business going, anything new going on. Create group chats that focus on your interests. Now, a lot of people like to send me, I'm not the serious guy, like, y'all know I like to joke, but people on social media send me like funny posts all the time, And it's cool to get one in the blue moon, like, yo, this was hilarious. But every day, it's annoying. Create that group chat, and all of y'all are interested in this one thing, share reels in there. I promise you'll get to where you're going faster than just sending this funny TikTok that we probably seen already because it's viral already. And, sharing that amongst that person. Give the support that you seek without expecting it back. This is a black comment right here, all right?
I like that. What's that number one with the star?
Give the support that you seek without expecting it back. That is a PR statement. Don't take it personal. It's business, y'all. Communicate. You don't know what people are going through. You don't know what people are experiencing. You don't know what their life entails. All you know is that you're getting support. Don't expect that support back, but believe that good karma is going to circle around to you. And building that community naturally over time and being consistent with seeking that support or just giving out that support willingly in a genuine manner, it will result in that support coming back to you. Think about who would buy your product or who could use your services. That's really what it comes down to. By age, maybe it's 18 to 24, 30 to 55. I think for cosmetics, it's women 18 and up is who they normally market to. What would the interest be of your potential consumer, right? So if I'm on a podcast and I'm discussing finances, and you want people that aren't interested in finances, you want accountants listening to your podcast, you want different things, treasurers and things of that nature tapping into your podcast. What is the target market of your industry? So literally, this information is on Google, right? So if I'm a travel agent, I can Google literally what is the target market of a travel agent, and probably the age range of 18 to 35 are traveling more than those that are older, or maybe vice versa because of retirement. I don't know, but you can find that information and use it to leverage when you go to invest in advertisements and things like that. That is what your village matters for, basically. What is your target market? So yes, there's a target market that applies to your field, but who would you like to advertise to? It is your vision, right? So if cosmetics is 18 and up, well, hey, maybe I want to just market to the parents of those that are 18 and below. I might just want to do hair for kids. I might just want to braid the baby's hair. Who do I go to reach out to that just had a kid within the past 3 years so I can market to them and let them know that I have a salon catered to pampering babies? That type of thing. Study your audience, right? So once you find that out, start figuring out those people that are interested in the things that you're interested in. How do I do that? How do I know who's interested in this thing? Find the people that are doing what you would like to do. So you found that account or the locksmith, right? So you could literally go and look at the people who's commenting and liking that post, and you can find out what it is that they do. Those are the rabbit holes that you want to find yourself in social media sometimes. You just set a timer or something so you're not that far off, but you literally could learn that extra information to know how you should market to your audience. Okay, so I use Beyonce for this because Beyonce is it's her internet, right? But setting yourself up for success, how do we do that? Basically, it's about being proactive. Develop a routine that works best for you. So yeah, there are a lot of books out there, a lot of tips on marketing, a lot of tips on organizing and developing your business, but how do you operate? Me personally, I like to jot notes in my phone notes whenever something comes to mind. I've woken up at 2 in the morning and literally, I think in November, I pretty much had at least my January in my mind hit me in the middle of the night, and I'm like typing out bullet points and things like that in my phone. But yeah, so an example, phone notes, maybe Word doc works best for you, maybe Google doc works best for you, maybe you got that iPad that you just got for Christmas, you're trying to figure out what to do with it. Whatever works best for you, try to develop a routine and be realistic with your routine, y'all. Don't say you're gonna get X, Y, Z done if you know you can't get past X and a half, okay? It's okay, we don't have to do everything at once. Just do it in minor increments so that you're able to execute what you're trying to get done. In the long run, you appreciate yourself for scaling lower and actually getting smaller tasks done than scaling big and not getting nothing done and then just being in the corner. You know what I'm saying? Or anybody seen Soul? Y'all seen Soul, the Disney movie, when she was in that little shell? That's how you get like that, because you just try to put too much on your plate that you can't even handle. Be realistic. Write, type random ideas too. That's what I just mentioned. Revisit them when you don't feel creative. If you're trying to find a reason for the notebook on your table and you don't have one, just write brainstorm on it. Literally, it's brainstorm notebook. You got a purpose for the notebook right there. And I'm gonna get more to that, but brainstorming is very important. Pre-writing captions. So how many people know about the radio show I was doing, Pastor Ox? All right, how many of y'all actually went and read them captions? Did you see any similarities? It's pretty much the same formula, I promise. I just changed it by guess, but the bottom of it, the information on the show, Tuesdays and Thursdays, the link, all of that was already in the notes. So I can just go copy and paste it and then it'll knock off 5 minutes from me typing the caption. Have those captions already written, or if you know you're gonna post on Monday and it's Saturday and you're thinking about it, you can't get it off your mind, write the caption. All you gotta do is just paste it, and your future self on Monday would thank you because you forgot to get gas before you left the house or something. You got 10 minutes to get to work before 12 o'clock or something when you on your lunch break, and now you already got the caption type. So thank yourself later. Repetitive content equals caption templates. Why not? If I'm posting the same thing on a weekly basis, it can be different videos or something like that, but it's the same concept. Why not don't nobody care about the caption really? Ain't nobody reading the caption. Half the time, we don't even want to read. Why we gonna read your caption? Especially if it's longer than 2 sentences. I'm not about to read that. I wanna see what you're doing. Okay, double tap, keep it scrolling. Or I might DM you like, yo, I need to know what you got going on or something like that. That's it. Do something today that your future self will appreciate. That is the bar. Always plan for future reference. Everything you do, you should already have a plan for why in the future you will be doing this, or why are you doing this for the future, right? So me doing that logo, I knew I was gonna make a playlist, but the goal in mind was to get my branding under a schedule and really get an idea marked out. I barely used that logo. Now I was able to develop the new Black and Legit logo, and now they're on shirts. Hence my mama right there. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? We didn't play that, I promise we didn't play that. But keep those, I just want to share those ideas so y'all can get where I'm coming from. Always have an action in mind so that you're just planning for the future. So, staying relevant with your approach. A lot of us feel like staying relevant is staying young, and that's big cap, or that is a lie. What is Gen Z and what is Gen Y? Gen Y stops with those of you who are with me that was born in 96. That is it. But 82 to 96 is Gen Y. Gen Z is 97 to 2010. So being informed and active actually relates to relevancy, right? Like being relevant isn't about being young, but it's about being informed and actually being aware of what's going on in the field, because as long as you're active and you're able to participate, you're there. That's like saying LeBron is irrelevant for being 38, but he's scoring 45 points, so he's relevant. Stay up to date with current events in and out of your field. Use trending topics to frame your content. Miss Cheryl, this is a great example of what you just showed me. So Miss Cheryl, she did a video around Christmas time where they were just playing a game. Was that at the academy?
It was the staff at the academy, which was at my house.
But it was during Christmas season, and we know during Christmas seasons the families are together and everybody wants to learn new games. How does this popular topic relate to your business or brand? So sometimes you can re-loop that in, right? Always be open-minded to a new approach. A different approach will gain different engagement and followers, and consistency is key. So with a different approach, I make music, right? So normally artists, and this is something that we're all notorious for, is like posting music and not putting our face on it. Ridiculous. Ever since I started putting my face on things, I noticed a difference, but also me actually adding a visual aspect to the music has also helped. So I've, a friend of mine, Dez, some of y'all know Dez or Fable, he actually would do reels and like do like actual cool little visuals with the reels, like face zooms in and you know all this extra stuff or whatever. But me lately, I just been posting the camera and just shooting like random shots like while I'm doing something. And it started when I was in Goldsboro at this hotel and the vibe was just cool or whatever. And I just got my new 13 Pro or whatever. So I set up the camera and the couch was nice and the background was nice. And I was like, all right, cool. I just pressed record and I laid there for maybe 2 minutes. And then I posted it on my Instagram and I got more like engagement as far as music than I normally would. And I got different people that were calmer than normal. Like normally it's the same 10, 20 people that's like, yo, go crazy, fire emojis, whatever. But now I got other people like, yo, this is crazy. Like, oh, you, okay, you know what I'm saying? So a different approach can result in different results for sure. This slide continue. I couldn't touch on each individual social media platform, but I wanted to give my tips for each one. So for Instagram, try to keep your story short. All right, if I'm on Instagram, right, have you ever been on an Instagram page and you got like overwhelmed? You're like, yo, this is too much. You know what I mean? This is heavy. Try to keep it short for that reason. A lot of people are leveraging close friends to post whatever they want, whenever they want to. But if you want people to retain the information that you're giving out and stay engaged to your story, do that. Stories are literally like a daily commercial, low-key. Like, you really could make it what you want. Like now, my story, I might do a quote or something, but what I've been posting lately, those that follow me, I've been posting a selfie of me in the gym sweating. I try to every day. It's helping me hold accountable, and it's not me saying like, yo, go to the gym, get to the gym right now. If you're not going to the gym, you failed. No, I'm in here, I'm trying. Maybe you might want to try too. And a couple of my friends started doing it, you know what I'm saying? I had a friend Destiny, he's like, yo, I'm trying to get in here, my boy in here. My friend Walt too, and a couple other people. But yeah, stories, engagement is important. Do things that are engaging. Sometimes you might have to take a step back from just posting professionally or just posting cater to your business and figure out what the dialogue is to connect with your audience. A leadership principle at Amazon that I believe is very important for social media is earning trust, right? Why should I support you? I don't know who you are. And that's what we just spoke about, the human dialogue. So we have that issue with celebrities where we're like, oh my God, and we don't really want to know the human because it's star power. But think about it on the opposite spectrum where he's like, you local, I don't even know who you are. Like, yeah, you might be a locksmith, but I've never seen you unlock anything. So people just want to know who you are, but getting to know you in a more human aspect and having that one-on-one dialogue, those positive interactions can generate and reflect in your actual engagement on social media too. Facebook, consistency wins. I don't know why, but everybody on Facebook wants to be a comedian. Prime example. I don't try to be funny on Facebook too much, but I play sometimes. So those of you that are familiar with the shenanigans on Facebook, you know that this woman earlier this week, she put on her, just put a post up, was like, don't look at my story. Obviously, she wanted people to look at her story. And there was explicit activity on her story, right? So I seen that everybody, like the post went viral because of that. I'm like, this is so stupid. All right, cool. All right, I got an event this week. You're gonna see, I know what I'm gonna do. So I went up there, was like, don't look at my story, and put the eyes, and I put the flyer up, and people was like dead laughing, like DMing me, like, yo, this is hilarious. So a different approach works, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta go with it sometimes. You gotta go with it sometimes. It worked though. And people that I've never seen them like the post before was in there with the laughing emojis like, nah, this is hilarious. I was like, all right, cool. Connect your Instagram to Facebook at the same time, honestly. On my business page on Facebook, anytime I post on Instagram, it goes straight to Facebook. So I don't have to keep copying and pasting captions or whatever. Your stories too. You can set up your Instagram and share it directly to your story. All right, so that was Facebook. TikTok, use popular sounds. So right now, one thing that I hear most, and I don't scroll on TikTok that often, is Coi Leray, that song that she got. It's not even released yet, but it's going crazy. Oh my God, I love that song. I can't wait for it to be released. But you could literally use that and literally make a reel where you're just promoting what you're doing, just to give an example. So yeah, I almost spent on that. Share to other platforms. So you can create a TikTok and share to other platforms. People doing it anyway. You can put on your Instagram story. People are tweeting them and these TikToks are going viral. So whatever you want, if you're having those family moments, use those and share it. Life depends on editing. Now on TikTok, editing is very crazy. There's so much you can do with editing on TikTok. I highly recommend a course if you are interested in using TikTok because the editing is very descriptive and there are a lot of things that you can do with it, but investing that time on just editing for sure. So that screen time that we talked about, you literally can schedule some time to where I don't know, maybe you're giving yourself an hour or 2 hours a week just to look at editing for TikTok and how that works. I named this slide before I let go, literally. Have a professional photo at the bare minimum. If you don't have a logo, that's fine, but who are you, right? A photo will definitely do grits with that. Having a quality photo just speaks bounds, and it's good to just exalt that presence. Believe in who you are and just step out on that and let the people know who you are. You literally can do it as if it was a random class where you're like, hey, my name is so-and-so and I do this. You know what I'm saying? That could be the caption. Just giving an example. Be authentic, have an identity. Like, yeah, it's cool to see what people are doing in your field, but figure out how you can implement your individual personality into what it is that you're doing. I personally don't. I try not to follow like I don't post the way Joe Budden does when it comes to my radio show. I don't take what the Breakfast Club is doing when I'm posting clips of interviews or something of that nature. Invest in a ring light. Everybody need a ring light at this point. I ain't gonna lie. Whoever was investing in ring lights 5 years ago, they doing all right. Find a graphic. Everybody should know. If you don't do it yourself, you should know a graphic designer, a photographer, and videographer that you can call at any point in time if you need it.
And if you don't know, you met one today.
There we go. It's a videographer and a photographer right here.
Graphic design and social media management.
Yup. How many of y'all know how to do graphic design? Y'all know how to use Canva or something like that? Look, there you go. There you go. You need those people in your life. If ideas are slim, brainstorm regularly. This is why that brainstorm notebook will be essential. Because if you're losing creativity, you can always refer back to that brainstorm book and make something come to life out of there that you just thought of randomly. Put your pride to the side of network. Brother, no offense, but this is definitely a black issue. Put your pride to the side of network, y'all. With Nate, the way she was communicating with Real Goats, a lot of us would have considered that in our peer group. What we call it, y'all? If we're like, no, y'all.
Pick me.
Group, you get close.
Pick me.
Close. What? Riding. Yes, that's what we're looking for. Do not let those comments deter you away from making your own decision to go out and get what you want. Because people do that just because you defending like a perspective from like a celebrity or something. They're like, oh, you know. But we need to break that habit and put our pride to the side and network when it comes to those things. But you do not have to have everything sorted out to begin branding yourself. You do not have to be perfect. That is the social media lie that everybody likes to glamorize. It don't have to be perfect. We like to see the growth, to be honest with you. And I think people who have more respect and you earn the trust of the people when you show them the process of you finding what it is that you're doing. Do not overthink, Mr. Stacy. Think like the consumer, right? So if you go and follow someone else, right, judge their or criticize their content from a consumer perspective and apply it to your content. So that's why I'm thinking of things like my story is like my story cannot be long. You know, I don't like tapping through long stories, so I'm not going to create a long story. I want people to get through it, be like, all right, cool, I know what Pat got going on, or I know what he's doing. Trolling or clout chasing can be used for marketing. You know what I'm saying? Be smart with it. Some people do like to play in the negative realms in order to market. Hip hop right now is based off negativity. Like they literally do stuff on purpose to get the clicks out of us, and it works every time. And people don't get it. Like I'm pretty sure Diddy knew about that baby way before he announced it. You know what I'm saying? And him and Carisha used it and got clicks for that week, and it worked out. Then they ended up in the boat 2 weeks later, looking crazy, but it worked out. Passion makes diamonds. I know they say pressure makes diamonds, but passion makes diamonds. As long as you're passionate about it, do it. And your field isn't the only thing that you're passionate about. Like PJ is a real estate developer, but he also is into books and chess now. You know what I'm saying? And he's developing those fields. He's also into motivational speaking. So he's interacting, going to conferences of motivational speakers and getting involved in those different things also. I went to the real estate conference. I've never really been into real estate. I've always been a music head, but now that I'm getting older, I'm learning that there are other things that I want to be interested in doing. So I'm gonna go check it out.
That's right.
Ask for help. Oh my God, ask for help. Like if you don't know what you're doing, it's okay. But the fear of saying I don't know holds a lot of people back. It happens in corporate America, it happens in real life, everywhere. Like you could tell somebody need help, but they won't do it. Let go of that pride, ask for help if you need it, network. All right, any questions or comments? I do want to note that I am going to send this PowerPoint following, and we did work on a video today also. But do we have any questions, comments? My Insta,
Hey.
right here. Yeah.
I have a project, he's been an awesome job.
Thank you so much.
Selecting the dots that I can read and learn on my own. You did an excellent job.
Thank you, Miss Rosa. I'm glad you took your mask down. I can see you now.
Thank you.
Use all these tips, prepare your businesses, prepare yourselves for marketing, getting yourself out there because it's super important. And then, like I said, just wrapping up, we have book club here every Tuesday at 6:30. The focus of the book club, personal development, financial literacy. So we read books like that. Chess club every Thursdays for all ages. Bring your kids, grandparents. It's just a way for youth and the elderly in the middle of all of that just to get together and just learn differently, right? We don't, in our community, we don't grow up learning chess, but chess has a lot of abstract values and lessons that you can learn. So that's what we're doing in the community. And also this year we will be releasing a homeownership program. So that'll be releasing later on this year to where we can help more people learn how to be able to obtain wealth and buy their first home. So that'll be releasing later on this year. But appreciate you all for coming. You will be getting emails from me now that you're on my email list if you haven't been before. But thanks again, Patrick, for teaching the workshop. Y'all have a blessed